Ladies and gentlemen, saints and ain'ts, everybody, including Lottie Dottie. It's your boy Retro. Let you know that registration for Mission 448 is open. You can register today and ride the four corners of your state or multiple states. Who's going to be the first to collect the four corners of each of the lower 48 states? Hashtag Who's Got Next. Register today and ride the four corners of your state.
Check, check, and action. Hey now, this is the Mileage Bully, and you are now tuned in to the Retro Philosophy Show. Like, share, and subscribe, because what else you doing?
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, this your man Kodak, the most hated, coming to you live from the Retro Philosophy Show, where I always listen to my man, 50 Grand, Pastor Retro. You know what it is. Everybody say,
Yo, what's up, everybody, including Lottie Dottie? You already know what it is. It's your boy Retro in the building, making it do what it do on this beautiful, what is today, Monday? I was all messed up thinking it was Saturday all day. We had a great day this morning so far. This morning we participated in the MLK breakfast here in Mooresville, North Carolina. Did you guys do anything for the MLK birthday celebration and legacy and all that good stuff? Hopefully you did. We do this every year, and we're always glad to be a part of the program. And so anyway, thank you, Martin Luther King, for everything that you've done, your contribution to society and to this world. I tell you, he was a man that was anointed for such a time as his. And yeah, he had a heavy load to carry, but when God calls you to do something, he will give you the grace. So I just had to do my MLK, a little something out there, shout us out in the comment section if you did something for the MLK celebration on today. David Bell, God bless you. Let's make some noise for David Bell. He's joining in the broadcast on tonight. God bless you and thank you for pressing play. We've got the one and only the mayor of Wilson, North Carolina. C1's in the building. Let's make some noise for him as well. Good morning and God's blessings to you, brother. And so, ladies and gentlemen, without any further ado, we're going to go ahead and bring our special guest in on the broadcast. If you know, you know, and if you don't know, then maybe you ought to ask somebody. This young lady here is, I tell you, I haven't had a chance to meet her in person yet, but just going through her Facebook page, I don't know, I didn't do a deep dive, but but the few pictures and the videos that I have got a chance to see from her, it's just life. It's just giving life, you know what I mean? And so we're going to bring her and welcome her on the Retro Philosophy Show. Let's do it in a big way, ladies and gentlemen. Let's make some noise for the one and only Paris McGowan in the building. Welcome to the Retro Philosophy Show. How you doing?
Hey.
All right.
Me.
Man, look here, man. We are excited to have you. So, without any further ado, we'll go ahead and just jump right into things. Go ahead and share with those who are watching with us. By the way, those of you who are watching, go ahead and hit the share button. This is getting ready to be an interview that's going to prove to be one that you, want to be a part of. We're going to learn a lot about this young lady on tonight. She's going places. I did a show one time with a young lady, Paris, and I deemed her to be one of Retro's rising stars, and I'm putting you in that same category. Amen. So, Paris, go ahead and let us know who you are and where you hail from.
Oh, so my name is Paris McGowan.
Okay.
I am in St. Louis, Missouri, and I am a motorcycle technician for Harley Davidson.
All right, motorcycle technician for Harley Davidson. Why not Kawasaki or Honda or one of them other brands? Why Harley Davidson?
Well, I had to stay true to the brand. It was honestly the first motorcycle I've owned was a Harley. So,
Okay, okay, okay. So you came out the box a big dog.
exactly. We like cruisers. I like to cruise.
Okay, so speaking of, what was your first motorcycle?
So, my first motorcycle was this beautiful 2002 Softail Deuce.
Okay, okay.
And it was oh my gosh, it was a teal color
Mm-hmm.
and it was chromed out to the gods. It was the most beautiful bike ever.
Okay,
And I
okay,
had
okay.
to have it.
And so you had to have it, and you got it.
Exactly.
Okay, so tell us a little bit about that bike. Other than being chromed out to the gods, why was that a bike that you had to have?
Well, it all started with me actually going to this dealership for a job interview.
Mm-hmm.
Um, yes, that's her. Oh my goodness.
Nice.
Um, But I went in for a job interview literally to work in the retail shop and,
Okay.
just sell the merchandise and everything
Mm-hmm.
else. Whenever I pulled up to the dealership, that bike was just sitting outside in the middle of the parking lot. And I literally stopped the car.
Mm-hmm.
Like I was mid driving and I just stopped and I was just in awestruck. And literally the day that I go in for an interview, I get the job and then I buy my first motorcycle.
Okay. So you got the job at the same place where you bought the motorcycle from. Come
Exactly.
on now, that's what I'm talking about. See it, want it,
I'm
go get
talking
it.
about jumping head first into Harley Davidson
Yeah.
because I never rode passenger. I didn't know anything about motorcycles, never even thought about riding at first
Okay.
until I seen that bike.
Okay. And it definitely is a gorgeous bike. No questions about it. What year did you say it was?
2002.
2002. How long did you ride it, and do you still ride that, or are you on something else now?
So I had that bike, I want to say about 4 years.
Mm-hmm.
And then I sold it and it broke my heart, but I am on a 22 Lowrider S now.
Okay, 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 okay. And talk to me a little bit about the difference between the Lowrider S and what you were on.
Oh, everything.
Mm-hmm.
So, first of all, let's talk it about like comfortability.
Mm-hmm.
I learned how to ride a bike with forward controls,
Yeah.
and with the lowrider S, it has mid control, so I feel like I'm more in control of what
Mm-hmm.
I'm doing.
Okay.
And then also the motor difference is
Yeah.
completely different. Like that was a what twin cam 88
Mm-hmm.
stock. I mean everything was stock on it versus now I have the 117 motor in it, and I mean with the stage 1 kit in it right now. So
Okay. 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 So she gets down the road a little different than the other one did.
oh yeah, we got
Yeah.
power.
Yeah. So
We
coming.
got a lot of power and state and like stability, and
Mm-hmm.
I feel like I have more passing power. And I mean, like, have you ever rode on the highway and you go past like a semi truck and then
Mm-hmm.
you feel like the wind do this?
Yeah.
That's how it was on the Deuce.
Yeah.
And then when you have forward controls, it like stresses it. Well, it stressed me out.
Okay.
But on the lowrider, I just feel like I'm solid and I'm just
Uh-huh.
like punching through the air and just getting it on the highway.
I think the M8 is a really well balanced motorcycle. Personally, you know what I mean. It's a good solid bike. When did you know it was going to be motorcycles for you?
Ooh, that's a good question. So Like motorcycles in a sense of just riding or like as a career path?
Let's start with riding first, because I would take it that came first.
Yes.
Okay, so let's talk about that, and then we'll dive into the mechanics after.
Okay. So, I knew I fell in love with riding because of the community,
Mm-hmm.
obviously,
Yeah.
and also just feeling more connected than what's around you, if that makes sense.
Mm-hmm. It
So
does.
instead of, you're just kind of like driving around, not really paying attention on a motorcycle, you can like feel the breeze and
Mm-hmm.
smell what's around you. And I feel like you can look at the sky, even,
Mm-hmm.
it's freeing.
Yeah. Yeah. They say that your concentration heightens when you're riding a motorcycle. Just the connection to the atmosphere and the would you agree with such a statement?
Absolutely.
Yeah, 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 yeah. Uh,
Absolutely.
so let's talk a little bit about your family, and then we're gonna come back into the whole passion for motorcycling. Brothers, sisters, tell me a little bit about that. Father, mother, so on and so forth.
Okay. So, I'm really close to my mother. She also kind of contributed me into wanting to learn how to ride motorcycles.
Mm-hmm.
I also am the oldest girl of three boys
Okay.
and the only girl. So, I mean, I run it, I guess.
So you the boss. You the boss.
Of course, of
Yeah.
course. And I mean, my dad, he's the greatest person ever. And I mean, he he's just the kindest man, and we get along and crack jokes and stuff all the time.
Uh huh.
So,
So does dad ride?
no, he doesn't.
But
He
mom
wants
does.
to, but mom does, yes.
Okay. 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 So was mom the influence for you getting to your passion or your desire to ride motorcycles?
She was part of it.
Okay.
I think what mainly pushed me towards it, honestly, was just going and seeing that bike.
Mm-hmm.
Because, I mean, honestly, I'm kind of just a go with the wind type of person.
Okay.
And I mean, like, she had been riding probably for 4 years before I even thought about motorcycles or anything.
Okay. Cool. So you go here, and your idea is, you see this motorcycle, but you're also going to get a job to do retail.
Mm-hmm.
You got the job, and then you bought the motorcycle. So I'm
I
taking it
did.
that you work retail for a little bit. And at what point was it when you begin to think about the mechanics of it?
Oh, so I was terrible at retail, let's just say. Like, I was good, but I was also doing other things. I was not on the floor.
Okay.
I was in the back in the shop with the guys.
Okay.
Hey, what are you doing? Show me
Mm-hmm.
this. Just stuff like that. I was always just hanging out back there and I wanted to know what they were doing. Like
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
like, okay, yeah, I can sell leather jackets, but I think what they're doing is a little bit cooler.
It's kind of hard to sell retail while you're in the back. So I can see how you suck that retail. I can see that. I can see that.
Exactly. I mean, like the like the gear was fascinating
Right.
and everything, learning that aspect, but I wanted to see what was in the back.
Okay.
And one of the technicians is just like, why don't you just go to school for this? And I didn't even put two and two together. And I was like, you know what? You're right. I could
Mm-hmm.
totally do that.
Yeah. So
And
So you would think that, because I don't want to speak for any of the ladies who are watching on tonight and get myself in trouble. But generally speaking, most women don't want a whole lot to do with getting grease underneath their nails and changing oil and this, that, and the other. Why was, yeah, okay, so you got pretty nails with no grease. Okay, I see what you're doing. Okay, scratch that, scratch that. But what was it about Paris that was intrigued by what was going on in the back versus selling some leather jackets up front?
Um, honestly,
Hmm.
I mean, like as a kid, I always loved to take things apart.
Okay.
It was very frowned upon, but I would definitely take all of my, my toys and everything apart, the electrical ones, and try to put them back together and
Okay.
just so I've always had it in me to like use tools, even though I
Hmm.
was told don't take apart everything, but I would sneak and do it anyway.
With sneak and do it anyway. Yeah, that part right there. My wife is watching. She said, "Go ahead and flex, sis. Go ahead and flex." So that's what's up right there.
Hey,
I want to go to a comment that David mentioned in the comment section, and thank you, David, and the rest of you guys that are watching. If you guys have any questions or anything you want to ask Paris, feel free to put it in the comment section, and we'll definitely get to it. But he says, interesting that mom rides and dad doesn't. Definitely a good story. Can you address that a little
hmm
bit?
well, my parents had separated, so
Okay.
that's why we're like
Okay. Gotcha.
closer, me and my
Gotcha.
mom are. And we have, miles between us. So,
Understood. Understood. So your parents had already separated, and then after the separation is when mom started riding, or had she been riding
no, that
before?
was years in between.
Okay.
That was years in between.
Okay. All right. Does mom ride with a group or anything like that?
Oh, not anymore. But
Okay.
she did used to ride with a couple groups.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of people do know her on the set. I mean, she used to ride like crazy.
Nice. Nice. Now I did notice, and we were praying for both you and your mom. If I understood correctly, your mom had a little mishap here recently on her motorcycle. Was that an older?
Yes.
That was recently. Okay. So what happened if you care to talk about it?
I honestly cannot talk about that
Okay,
right now.
understood, 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 understood. We'll move on. Amen. um,
Thank you.
yeah, that's fine. That's fine. Absolutely fine. So you are selling merchandise, or supposed to be, but you're in the back and you're intrigued by the mechanics of things in the shop, and so a text says, "Why don't you go to school for this?" So,
hmm
so how has it been working with working in a male dominated field? Have you felt any pressure or any
No, I mean, yes and no, but I
Okay.
think that is all in my own head. And also just being a person of color as well. I mean, we're taught to work 10 times as harder than
Mm-hmm.
anyone else,
Mm-hmm.
just so we can secure our job or, just anything of that nature. So, with me being the only person of color and female right now, sometimes it gets a little under my skin and I get a
Mm-hmm.
little frantic,
Yeah.
and I'm a little bit of a perfectionist.
Okay.
So, I mean, it can be rough sometimes, but a lot of times it's just me getting in my own head.
When Paris gets in her own head, what do you do to get out of it and to get back into your flow?
Honestly, my best thing is just to go take a small break
Mm-hmm.
and walk away, go sit down. Sometimes I have to call my mom.
Mm-hmm.
Big one for that one. I
Yeah.
have her
Yeah.
on speed dial, or
Cool.
I have to just sit down and just like breathe.
Mm-hmm. I
But
know
I mean, like,
yeah, you have to sit down and breathe. That's good. That's good. That's good. I, I
hmm
I think it's not a problem when we have to take a break. I think the problem is not acknowledging that we need to take a break,
hmm
if that makes sense.
I get that.
Okay. Yeah. 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 Kudos to
Yeah.
you,
So
man.
I mean, like, it's sometimes it's hard to realize when you need to take a break, but I
Hmm.
mean, like, once you're just at a dead end, with whatever you're doing, whether it's mechanics or,
Yeah.
whatever.
Yeah.
It's good to realize, like, hey, I'm not getting anywhere. I'm not gaining any progress. So let's just take a break. Let's breathe. And maybe we'll tackle it tomorrow or whenever we have time.
That's what's up. That's what's up. I want to get to a
Mhm.
comment. Gliding with Beauty. Shout out to her watching on tonight. Bada boom, bada bang. She wants to know what has been your most challenging maintenance job that you've had to do.
Hmm. Uh, Probably I would say like maintenance, maybe like adjusting the rear axle on a trike.
Ooh, yeah, yeah,
So you're like in
uh huh,
the rear of the trike,
yeah,
and a lot of times I like to wear my hair like this
uh huh, uh
so
huh,
it gets snagged or like
yeah,
gross
yeah,
up in the trike,
uh huh.
and it's constantly going back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, trying to measure everything. Then you have to get your laser out, and just
Mm.
everything has to be super precise.
Wow, wow. You start talking about lasers and everything. You a real tech for real, for real. You ain't just a part swapper. You a technician for real, for real. God almighty.
Well, yeah, that's the goal. I don't want to be a part swapper. I want to be an actual technician.
Yeah, the big difference, big difference. Great question, David Bell. He says, did you need to take a break after working on that Revolution engine the other day?
No, that was actually so fun. So I get in the zone
Uh huh.
a lot of the times whenever I am at the shop and I'm like really focused on something. I'll wear my giant headphones
Uh huh.
and I'll listen to music and just tune out the world, and I'm just in it.
Nice, nice, nice. So I mean, do you care to speak on the dealership that you work on if you want to, or you want to just keep that kind of? That's totally up to
Oh,
you.
we can speak about them.
Yeah, go ahead and shout them out, man. Shout them out.
So I work at St. Charles Harley Davidson. That is, I believe, yeah, it actually is the biggest dealership in the St. Louis area right now.
Okay, okay, okay. That's what's up. So, ladies and gentlemen, if you're in the Missouri area, make sure you stop by and check out Paris so you can get your bike service and get it, get it going the way it's supposed to be going. How about that?
Now's the time to do it.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So you had fun working on the Revolution motor. You get into your zone. I love it.
Mhm.
What is it that you get up in the morning on your way to work? You say, "Ooh, I hope I get this job today." If it was a job, what would that be? What in terms of working on your motorcycles?
Ooh, okay. So I want to actually build a custom bike, like for one of the new bikes that are going to be on sale.
Mm.
So I want to be able to basically customize the appearance.
Uh-oh. Ladies and gentlemen, saints and ain'ts, everybody included, Lottie Dottie, we are
Oh,
talking with Paris. Oh, there we go. And Paris, you're doing a
okay,
great
there we
job. You're
go.
good. You're good. You're good, sis. You're good. You're good. Yeah.
But definitely, I want to customize everything, just make it look different. A lot of the bikes that are coming out are very cookie cutter.
Mm-hmm.
So if I can, customize my own bike and it be sold or, given away, that would be amazing.
Nice. HD, I hope you're listening. Give my girl a shot, man. She got the skills to make meals and pay the bills and okay, enough of that. But that would be awesome. That would be awesome, Paris. I say keep striving and keep pressing as my boy was saying earlier. Keep pressing, and Mitchell, and you'll get there. You will get there. I got a couple questions that have come in from a couple listeners, and I want to kind of pair them together back to back. Shelly, my beautiful wife, she's watching with us.
Hmm.
She says how easy was it? Excuse me, for you to learn how to ride the motorcycles, or did it come naturally?
Um, I actually took the Riding Academy class.
Okay.
So I was out on the little bitty, what do you call it? The
The street.
Street 500.
Uh huh. Yeah, 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 yeah.
So I actually learned on that. And I mean, that was quite difficult because, once again, I never rode motorcycles, never, even filled up gas on a
Right,
motorcycle.
right,
So
right, right.
taking the class definitely helped out learning the basics. And then obviously, I already had my own motorcycle at the time.
Mm-hmm.
So once I graduated from the class, I had to get on this big old heavy bike and learn how to ride that too.
Yeah. Natalie James,
But
she,
I
yeah,
mean,
what? Yeah. Go ahead. I'm
I
sorry.
think
Go
it
ahead.
was I think it was just I think it was pretty easy just
Okay.
learning the different styles and learning when to shift and when not to shift and everything
Mm-hmm.
else. I think you
And
just have to have an ear for it.
yeah, yeah, yeah. True indeed. True indeed. So at this point, how long have you been riding?
Oh, I think I got my bike in, what was that, 2018 maybe?
Okay, so you out there. Yeah, you got some. You've
Yeah,
been yeah. Um
that's
um
crazy.
yeah. Gliding with Beauty. She said her first Harley was a Street 750.
Right on, right
Yeah,
on.
yeah,
They are
yeah,
zippy bikes though. They really
yeah.
are.
Yep. So let's get back to David Bell again. Thank you guys for the questions. Keep them coming. How long was the training to become a technician?
So the training originally was supposed to be 10 months, if I'm not mistaken.
Mm-hmm.
But because I went to school during COVID and the
Mm-hmm.
shutdown, it ended up being a year.
Okay. Okay. Not bad. Not bad.
Hmm.
Where did you go? Can you talk about that? Where did you go for training?
I went to MMI Orlando,
Okay.
that
Okay.
is
Okay.
Motorcycle Mechanics Institute.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, that was the greatest thing I had could have ever done, and I just love Florida in all honesty. So I feel like I was on vacation
For the
every
whole
day.
time. Yeah. Yeah. Vacationing and working on motorcycles. Can't beat that.
Hmm.
Can't beat that. Um, TBM 0929. What's going on, bro? Thank you for pressing play. He said, what was your longest ride and what was the weather?
Oh, so I actually just went on, well, not just, but I guess last year, my longest solo ride
Mm-hmm.
was from here to a little bit past Memphis. So
Okay.
I'm in St. Louis,
Mm-hmm.
and that was the first ride I've done uh, so long and solo.
Okay. Okay. And talk to me about that ride. What was some of the highlights of that ride?
Well, first of all, I was super scared
Mm-hmm.
because I always had someone to ride with me,
Okay.
and I never really had the opportunity to ride that long and by myself.
Mm-hmm.
And the morning of, I was like super scared, but I had a goal, and that was to get to Memphis to see my baby sister. Oh my God, her graduation. Um, and it was super foggy. It was cold that morning. Like you couldn't see anything. And I was terrified, honestly. And then as soon as I think I was like 2 hours in already, and the fog finally lifted.
Okay. So what time of year was it?
Oh, I think it was in May, if I'm not
Okay.
mistaken.
Okay.
So it finally warmed up, but that the start of the journey, it was so cold and so foggy, and I was
Yeah.
so wet from riding through that for
All
so
that.
long.
Yeah. So I know here in the Carolinas, that time of year wouldn't be bad at all. Temperatures would be actually pretty comfortable. But from
Hmm.
Missouri to to where you went, you said you went to Memphis. You said. Yeah,
Yes.
okay, so from Missouri to Memphis, what was the weather? What was the temps up there for that time of year up that area?
I think it started off in about like the mid 50s,
Okay.
And then once the sun finally came out, it rose like really quickly to probably 70s.
Okay. Let's do this. I want to we'll get to one more question, then we'll ask you a few more questions here.
Hmm.
Well, I should say one of the comments. Were you the only woman in class when you went for your motorcycle qualifications, and if so, was it intimidating for you?
Yes, and yes. Oh my gosh, my little sister's in here.
She's watching.
Oh,
Oh, there she goes. There
yeah,
she
I
goes.
love you.
What's going on, little sis? Let's make some noise for her little sis, Autumn McGowan, in the building, making it do what it do. That's what's up. So you were the only woman in the class, and it was intimidating. Okay, why was it intimidating?
It was. It because once again, being the only woman there, a lot of the guys didn't really expect much from me.
Mm,
And so some of them would like talk down to me, but once they figured out that I was serious and I was here for a reason and how hard I worked, pushing through. And I mean, like, I went to school not knowing anything. I didn't even know
wow.
the names of most tools.
Mm-hmm.
So going there,
Wow.
they were just like, like some of them were like, yeah, we should help her, like we're going to look out for you.
Mm-hmm.
And they became my best friends.
That's what's up. That's what's up. So they were there to look out for you and kind of invest in your success.
Yes.
That's good. That's
And a
good.
lot of them I'm still close friends with. So,
Yeah. I'm gonna go out on a limb, Pierce, and say it's probably because they were able to see the passion that you had for what you
hmm
were doing, and because when you see somebody has a passion for what they do, man, you don't mind helping them. You don't mind, showing them something, and that's a good thing, man. So shout out to those folks. How,
Woo!
yeah, how much have you had young women or women, period, come up to you once they find out what you do and said, man, that's cool. I'd like to do something. Have you experienced anything like that?
Yes, actually. I have a
Okay.
lot. Whenever I was new to actually being employed as a technician, a
Mm-hmm.
lot of people came up to my job and they were, saying like, "Oh my gosh, I can't believe you're doing this." They came and took pictures with me and
Nice.
everything. Um, even I was, oh my goodness. So I was actually in a advanced class for Harley Davidson.
Mm-hmm.
So I was shipped out to uh, Arizona. I was in Phoenix, Arizona, and one of the instructors that were there asked me to come to have lunch with her. And
Mm-hmm.
she didn't really specify on what was happening, but she said Chick-fil-A, and I love Chick-fil-A.
Okay. Okay.
So whenever so whenever she asked me that, I was like, yeah, okay. And we walk into an auditorium and there's probably around 200 young girls, probably in high school
Wow.
or middle school. And I had to share my experience on, how it felt to be in the industry with another like panel of women that were there as well. Oh, hey, Uncle Tim.
Yeah. Yeah.
What's up? But I got to inspire a lot of people and I mean a lot of women and just people of color in general.
Amen. That's what's up. That's what's up. That's what's up. So, how important is it to you to, go out of your way to continue encouraging other young ladies? And I know I'm saying young ladies, but I'm sure, you probably have a chance to inspire some brothers as well. Let me ask you this.
Yeah, I mean, in all honesty,
Uh-huh.
mhm,
No, go ahead. Go ahead.
I was going to say children are the future.
Mm-hmm.
So why not inspire them to be great, you know?
We
If I
have
could
to.
do that and send anybody into a positive direction, then why wouldn't I?
I think, Paris, you have the ability to inspire not just young people, but people, period. So, I worked for Harley Davidson for a little while. Keith, what's going on? Let's make some noise for Keith Bills. He's in the building, and everybody else for press and play and join us. Uncle Tim in the building, making it do what it do. We got little sis in the building, making it do what it do. And go ahead and hit that share button and let everybody know that Paris is on the Retro Philosophy Show. And Keith said God's chicken. Everybody loves Chick-fil-A, right? But I worked for Harley Davidson for a little while. And I was a service advisor, and we had a young lady who worked there. Her name was Jennifer, but true fashion, we give everybody gets a nickname. You know what I mean? And so Jennifer was so passionate about what she does. We ended up calling her J Lo. Because every time you walk in the shop, she's on the floor, she's under this bike. I mean, you got to live, but she would get down on that floor in a heartbeat, and just she would go to work, man. And she was a good girl, man. And just the other day I was talking to her, but I bring all that up to say this: there were times when she would roll a bike out, or she would come out to grab the ticket for the bike, and there was a customer that was rude enough to say, "I don't want a woman working on my bike." Have you experienced any of that?
Absolutely.
How does that make you feel, and how do you handle it?
Absolutely. Um, in all honesty, I just kind of ignore it or I laugh
Uh-huh.
because if you don't want me to work on it, then why don't you work on it? Why did you bring your
Ooh.
bike here?
Bada boom, bada bang. Come on now. Come, look at here. You ain't a part swapper. You are a certified technician. You got this. Yeah, but some people are
Yeah, I
just so
went to
ignorant.
school for this. I put
Yeah,
the work in.
put the
I
work
put
in.
the work in. I deserve respect.
That's right. Yeah, that's right. And you ought to demand it too. Um, well, I don't want to go there and get messy, but so let's. It's so easy to slip in mess, but how is it with further training? Going on to get more training, because you got new bikes coming out and things like that. What are you doing for more training and things like that?
Okay, so I actually only have two classes left to
Hmm.
become master certified.
What? Come on now. Don't
My
play with my girl.
next
Put some
my
respect
next
on her
class
name,
is
man.
actually in March and I'll be in Milwaukee, so I'm
Nice.
super excited. Um but yeah, the dealership is in charge of sending me to classes and everything. Like I said, in Arizona, that's whenever I learned how to work on the Rev Max motors.
Hmm.
If you guys go to my Facebook page, you can see that entire motor or bike is torn apart at this moment.
Wow. Keith says a woman can work on his scoot anytime. It has been found that they take more time to understand the problem. They definitely have more compassion for the rider. That's what's up. That's what's up.
I appreciate
Yeah,
that.
yeah,
Thank
yeah, yeah,
you.
yeah. Wow, Paris McGowan. So you guys don't know this, but as I was putting together the flyer, I reached back out to Paris, and I says, do you have a nickname, a biker name, or anything like that? And she says, no. And I says, okay, and so as we were getting ready to go live, I said, hopefully by the end of the show, we'll have a nickname for you, because I was like, you know what, we gonna give her a nickname. But Paris, she listen, you know what she said, guys? She says, why? I like Paris. But that speaks volumes to your character, because, and the reason why I say that is because some people get lost so quickly in a culture, in a movement, in this or that. But how old are you, Paris?
I am 31 now.
Shut your mouth, man. 31? I was getting ready to give you 22 or
I
something like
am.
that. Yeah, I was gonna give you like
Ooh.
22 or something. I really was. I really was. But you said I like Paris. Why do you like Paris? Who is Paris? I mean,
Um,
yeah. Talk to me.
well, Paris is my name.
Mm-hmm.
That was the name that was given to me. Not a lot of people are named Paris.
Mm-hmm.
It's very memorable, and I mean, it falls off the tongue. there's no need to try to shorten it. It's only 5 letters,
It's
you
only
know,
five
like
letters, you know. So that's the name. That's the name. That's coming from the name, the aspect of the name. But the person, Paris.
mm, I don't know. I don't know how to explain it. Like I've always just gone by my name. My papa, he would call me fake cactus, whatever that means.
Okay.
One of my uncles would call me Perry, so
Yeah.
I only accept those two names, you know?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. That's what's up. That's what's up. Do you have you ever seen that? You know, working in the motorcycle field, people come in, they act all tough and but once you really get to know them, they're not the persona that they portray. They're just really just a good old dude, or have you run into any of that kind of stuff?
Yeah,
Okay.
and I'm just like
Yeah.
I I personally I get a little offended when people introduce themselves to me and they don't tell me their real name and I'm just like,
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
what's
yeah.
that about?
Yeah, 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 yeah. What kind of goals does Paris have?
Oh, so I definitely want to get more into creative field.
Okay.
So, I mean, taking stock motorcycles and making them into something completely different.
Mm-hmm.
I want to get into fabrication and, just making things still like it's still Harley, but I want to be able to not necessarily like make them into choppers, but more into the customization of things.
Okay, okay. Do you have any aspirations to, maybe one day have your own, shop, customizing motorcycles or anything like that?
Um, I wouldn't say owning my own shop, even though I feel like that's going to come into play. I think it'll be more of a having my own space because I don't necessarily think to hire anyone
Mm-hmm.
in that sense, but I mean like just having someone come and work alongside me. I don't know how to explain that.
Mm-hmm.
But owning my own shop and I've wanted to at one point, but I've seen how difficult that could be.
Mm-hmm.
And I just don't think that's the goal that I'm trying to do.
Okay, okay. That's cool. That's cool. So you're not too far away from becoming master tech. I know you mentioned that the dealership that you work at is the largest in your area. How many other
Hmm.
techs do you work alongside with?
Let's see. I think there's 5 of us.
Okay, okay.
Yes. So we're pretty full, and hopefully
Yeah.
we don't get any more.
we've talked about the rude guys that come in. I don't want a woman working on my bike. Talk to me about the smiles or the reaction when a woman comes in to get their bike worked on and they see Paris Cohen.
Oh, so a lot of them love it,
Uh huh.
and some of them are just like, well, what are you doing?
Yeah.
It's kind of here and there, but most of them, they're just like, what are you doing? Like, I want to see what you're doing. Can I hang out and watch you work on my bike and everything else like that? Which I love.
Yeah.
I love doing that. I like when people come back and just hang out and I can talk to them as I'm working on their bike.
Okay. 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 Nice. 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 Do you know any other female technicians?
Yes.
Okay. Okay. Guys, kind of stay in contact and things like that.
Yes. So I actually worked with one briefly.
Mm-hmm.
She decided to move to a dealership closer to her home, which
Mm-hmm.
was kind of sad, but
Yeah.
I understand. And then I met a couple in advanced training over
Mm-hmm.
in Phoenix, and I have had like a few reach out to me on social media as well.
Nice. 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 Um, Man, that's just really cool, man. When I first came across your content, I was like, oh, okay, and so I said, man, we got to reach out to homegirl, see if we can get her on the show and talk about who she is and what she does and why she does what she does. Now, I heard someone say if you want to spoil a good hobby, work for Harley Davidson. And I don't think it was just like brand specific, but what they were saying in so many words is you don't have time to ride like you normally do, this, that, and the other. Has working on Harley Davidsons interfered with your passion for riding and enjoying the motorcycle?
Yes and no.
Okay.
Um, so in the summertime, that's when most people need technicians
Yeah.
because they're trying to get out on the road, go on their own rides,
Mm-hmm.
and they need new tires, they need to do this, do that. Something's wrong. This isn't starting. So, I mean, in that sense, I don't get to ride my own bike, but I do get to ride others
Okay.
or other people's bikes for like
Uh-huh.
test rides and things like that. So I'm still like out there on twos.
Yeah, still getting your knees in the breeze, even if it's just on a test ride or whatever.
Yes.
Yeah. Let's talk a little bit about performance. If you are
hmm
you a performance girl, or are you just one for just kind of stock and just for the good ride? What is it about your motorcycle that makes you want to get and work on it and do to it?
Um, I'm not gonna say I'm strictly performance. I
Okay,
am both.
okay,
I am completely both. I love something that is comfortable, that I can feel that I am in control of, but I am a sucker for noise. I
um,
I love loud pipes. I
yeah.
love, just stuff like that. So,
My bike went down the other day, Paris, and
oh
so I
no.
yeah, not as in a crash. It just it broke. The um, compression release valve stripped out of the head, and so
Ooh.
yeah. I was on my way to Knoxville. I was like 10 minutes from the dealership. Was going for a ride, and when it happened. So the point is, I had the opportunity to get a Gold Wing. F6B, and or yeah, F6B. Great riding bike, and it was just so quiet. I was missing the noise. You know what I mean? So we ended up fixing the motorcycle. I was gonna take it to the shop, but I saw one of your videos. I said, "Hey, hey, hold on now," And so I ended up doing it myself. I'm pretty mechanically inclined and stuff like that. So I'm with you on the noise.
Okay.
I'm with you on the noise. So now I want to pick your brain, ladies and gentlemen. If you're watching, we got the one and only Paris McGowan, Harley Davidson certified technician, on her way to be a master technician. And we're glad to have her on tonight. So if you have any questions for her as far as motorcycle repairs and advice, feel free to drop those questions in the comment section. So I put a motor in it, and it's stock. It had like 1,300 miles on it, but I want to get more out of it. So I know I'm going to end up camming it. So it's a 19 Road Glide Special. Do you have any advice for what direction I should go to cam it to get? I want good sound, but I also want some torque. But I also want a little bit of power as well when I'm on the interstate if I need to get past an 18 wheeler. So what would be your advice as a customer? Me
hmm
coming in with that kind of a, what would you say?
Ooh. So honestly, it depends on how far are you willing to go.
Mm-hmm.
So if you want to just do the cam, which is what a stage two, you would have to do what I think, what is that, a 474 cam, if I'm not mistaken. That's just Harley stuff.
Okay.
But if you want to do the stage, what is that, 4, if I'm not
Mm-hmm.
mistaken? So you would do like a, what is that, 520, 25, something around that range,
Uh-huh.
550. Then you would have to change your heads, your valve springs, and if you wanted to, you can change your jugs and everything else.
Yeah.
I mean, you're gonna get power, and then I mean, a lot of people are doing the woods cams now.
Yeah, we had a
I
lot of talk
don't
about
remember the
those.
number on
Yeah.
those, but they have a gnarly loping sound on
I
them
love
that
that
I
lope. Oh
love.
my goodness, I love that lope. Real talk, real talk. Josh Towers, he's watching with us. He says, "I need a turbo on a Ruby Red."
I want to see. I want to see.
My bad, my bad, my bad, my bad, my bad. Hit the wrong button. Hit the wrong button. So turbo, have you worked on any? Yeah, I'm sorry, I'm all over the place. Have you worked on any? Have you seen any turbos come through the shop at all in your time
I
working?
have. There is one that comes in every once in a while.
Uh huh.
Uh, I haven't gotten the chance to work on it. They gave
Okay.
it to the master techs instead, but it sounds pretty cool. I think a turbo on a bike is a little much
Yeah, 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 yeah. I don't think
unless
I'm gonna
you're
go that
like
far.
full on racing.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
And then, I mean, in all honesty, I haven't seen too much like extra power that you're going to be getting.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, yeah. That's what's up. So you are on your 22. Was it? What'd you say? The Slim?
Lowrider S.
Lowrider S. I'm sorry, Lowrider S.
Hmm.
So if you had to get another bike right now and money wasn't an option, what would you choose? What kind of bike would you ride?
Well, they just came out with that 2026 CVO Road Glide ST,
Okay.
and it's called Inferno Gray,
Uh huh.
and that bike is just sick.
Yeah.
Just how it looks, and I love a ST. I love the carbon fiber that's on it, and I mean, stock, it's a monster, and I
Yeah.
just, yeah. That's the one I would get. And it's just like it's a pretty color. I'm still girly,
Hey, hey,
so it has
come
to
on
be a
now.
pretty color.
Come on now. I was talking with somebody, and that was the discussion. Women who ride who lose their girliness, and I think that yeah, I don't want none of y'all taking this the wrong way, but it ain't nothing sexier than a woman who rides her motorcycle and is still a woman. I mean, and that's why I love to see my wife ride her motorcycle. So bada boom, bada bang, real talk. So
Right on,
anyway,
wifey.
come on now, come on now. So getting back to the question, so it would be a road glide.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so would you agree with
A
me that the
road
best
glide
glide
for
is a road
sure.
glide?
Absolutely.
I tried to pull that out of
I'm
her, y'all. Y'all
very
saw what I tried to do
biased.
there. Yes,
I'm
there you
very
go. There
biased.
you
No,
go.
they
No ride
ride
like the road
so
glide.
much better.
Yeah, they do indeed. But hey, a street guy. Hey, as long as you ride, it's all in fun. But yes, we were on the road
Mm-hmm.
glide, and we still have the road glide. I'm trying to get the wife acclimated to it now, Sonny. So she took it out the other day, and she did really good. She said she had to get used to the power because she was on a Fat Boy, and it's so much more power in that Gold Wing than that little Fat Boy was
Okay.
able to provide. You know what I mean? Oh, let me get back to her other
A
question as well.
fat boy.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. She wanted to ask your because it's Sunny Bell and not David Bell, but she says, what do you think of Cholo bikes?
Ooh, I love them.
Mm-hmm.
My mom actually has one. I helped like build that, and I mean, I think they're awesome. I love them. I love the lowered with the huge wheel in the front.
Mm-hmm.
I just think they're super classic. I mean, I love the vibe of California entirely. So, I mean, when I see them, I think of California.
Yeah, true indeed, true indeed. And low
And
key,
you
thank
gotta
you.
have a good blanket.
A good blanket. Yeah, 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 yeah. I picked me up a blanket, and that's actually what I want to do with the Fat Boy, though. Like I said, I want to get the wife acclimated to the Gold Wing, and then I'm just gonna cholo out the Fat Boy, soft tail. So
Mm,
yeah, yeah.
right on.
Low key is
Heck
right though. He
yeah.
says I needed you a couple weeks ago.
Oh,
Yeah,
really?
I had that thing in the building. I took the old motor off, and here's where I went wrong, Paris. And if you would have been there, you would have caught it right away. The motorcycle that the engine came out of was a 2021 Tri-Glide. My bike is a 19 Road Glide Special. So what's the difference there?
What is that? The mounting is
No.
completely different.
The
No?
the 19 Special is oil cooled, and the Tri Glides are water cooled. So once I got the old motor off, before I could put the new motor in, I had to change the heads. So I still ended up having to go into it. Yeah. So what went from like a 1.5 day job, turned into like a 3 day job because I still had to, get the parts and. Yeah, it could have been a lot worse, So
I mean, that's not terrible.
nah. It still worked. My heads, I couldn't use my heads, so I had to get a set of heads, and so we got the set of heads, got the gas kit and everything, put it on, and I put about almost 2,000 miles on it since I put the motor in, so she's running pretty good.
I was gonna say, I feel like the oil pump would be different too.
No, we didn't have to. Well, we didn't change it. The research I did and a couple people that I spoke to, they said as long as I change out those heads, that's where all the magic happens. In terms of the difference between the oil cooled and the water cooled. Yeah. But I know Harley Davidson provides tech help. So if you come into something that's kind of weird or whatever, but how often do you guys converse with other techs? When you get stumped with something or anything like that, kind of like throw a lifeline out to a, neighboring tech from another dealership or another state or, anything like that.
Well, I mean, we ask each other in the
Mm-hmm.
shop, obviously, and a lot of times I will just sometimes I'll post online, like on my story, like, well, how do you fix this? What is this? Because a lot of other people follow me or I'm friends with like fabricators and, different people of that nature. But a lot of times I just ask the people around me and they usually have some type of answer. And
Okay.
if it has to do with any type of warranty,
Mm-hmm.
then I would definitely just call tech services.
That's what's up, man. That's what's up. 5 years from now, what do you see happening for Paris?
Oh, so definitely well past Master Tech. Hopefully in a warmer climate that doesn't have snow so I could ride a little bit longer.
Mm.
Somewhere in the south, maybe even closer to the ocean,
Okay. Okay.
you know, maybe and have a giant garage full of different bikes and random engines and everything else.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. Is there a Mr. Paris anywhere out here in the in the world?
Mr. Paris is hilarious, actually. But yes, I do have a man's.
Okay. Okay. Okay.
Yes, we've been together for a while. We're waiting to see if I get a ring or
Hey,
not.
well, let me just interrupt you. You should have saw the way your face lit up when when you did that yes little thing there. Your face lit up. I don't know if you realize it or not. So whoever Mr. Paris
I
is,
didn't, but okay.
yeah, whoever Mr. Paris is, keep on doing the thing, boss man. Yeah. That's what's up. So one day you would love to have that little ringy thing on that finger.
I mean, maybe,
Okay,
hopefully. I want to be
okay.
claimed
Come on
out
now.
loud.
See, some people will sit there and be like, "Ah, no, I'm good. I don't need a man." Or, "Ah, no. Man, look at him, man. Shout out to you. Let's make some noise for Paris. Yeah. Happiness is something that motorcycles cannot give us. And we got a lot of people who ride, but motorcycles do not give us happiness, man. You might, like I say, I enjoy riding my motorcycle, but the joy of the Lord is my strength. And I was talking to someone just
Mm-hmm.
recently, and my advice to them was to make sure that they have a proper balance. Don't let the motorcycle rob them of their family. Talk to me about how you balance motorcycles and real life.
I was just thinking about that, and I just
Hmm.
kind of made the comment earlier today that a lot of people, even like no tea, no shade, but some of the people that I work with, like all they do is motorcycles.
Hmm.
And it's like that's their only interest.
Hmm.
And, I'm like, well, you don't do anything else like outside of motorcycles? I mean, like they're cool,
Right, right, right.
but there's other things out in the world that you can enjoy. And I mean, like, I balance it with, I work here. If I want to go ride, I can. But I have other things that I like to do. I do arts and crafts. I'm literally an old lady.
Hmm.
I I do arts and crafts. I have cats. I do Legos. I have plants all over the place. I just do everything. I like to be outside, enjoy nature. I collect
Hmm.
rocks. Like I'm all over the place.
Okay, okay, okay. That's what's up. Um, let's do this real quick. We did a segment, "Bikers Beyond the Bike," and if because anything could happen in life that would prevent us, or possibly prevent us from riding again. And if you don't have anything beyond the motorcycle, then you might be in bad shape, man.
Hmm.
I don't know. Um, so what else is it that we should know about Paris? Is there anything else we should know about Paris?
Uh, that I love about everything. I mean, like I'm a fun, goofy person. Um, I will play with toys if you give it to me. Like I'm all over the place
Yeah,
at
yeah,
all
yeah.
points of time. I love music. I'm the greatest at singing in the shower. Like
Okay, okay, okay. We see Jerome McGowan watching with us. What's the relation there? Is that pops or brother or
that's dad.
that's
That's
dad?
dad.
Okay, what's going on,
Yeah.
pops? He says we are so proud of her. That's what's up. That's
Oh.
what's up. Speaking of which, Paris, share with the listening audience one of your most proudest moments. Do you have one that you would share?
Ooh. One of my proudest moments, honestly, I mean, like, there's so many.
Good
Because,
for
I
you.
mean, life has just been just proud of just experiencing life, So, I mean, yes, graduating from MMI, that was one of the best things ever. I mean, even with all my family that came down, they were there for my graduation. Owning my first motorcycle, riding that, uh, working on my first motorcycle, just simple things of that nature, uh, getting as far as I have in the industry, and
Hmm.
I mean, doing podcasts and, just everything has just been, it's been one great ride.
Nice, nice. I don't go. At one point, I would stop at every Harley Davidson I could find as I was passing through different states. I've since stopped doing that because it was really just I was really just following. That people did it, so I started doing it. But I tell you what, when I come through your neck of the woods, I'm stopping at your dealership.
Hey.
I mean, I'm gonna come for I need a 3-hole drop. I need some air in my tire. I need a cam. I need I'm gonna get something. Maybe none of those things, but I'm stop by and see you though. I'm gonna stop by and see you. I'm trying to find a picture here real quick because when I saw this, is this your mom? Who do you have here in this picture with you?
Yes.
Okay, so that's your mom. Okay,
So yes, that's my mommy.
how often do you
So
guys
we were
ride together?
actually getting out. So we haven't for a little minute. due to some health issues, but we used to ride all the time. So that's whenever I was like first out learning how to ride. I had
Okay.
that big old Martian helmet.
A big old Martian helmet.
Yeah, and I mean, yeah, that was whenever I was first learning how to ride, and I mean, like she would accompany me whenever I was getting ready to go to work, and she would ride alongside me and everything else.
Hmm. Tell me about this smile. You seem to be laughing here. What was going on in this picture here?
Oh, that was the day that I bought the Lowrider S.
Okay, okay. So another
Yes.
accomplishment.
Yes. So at that point, I think I was about a year and a half without having a motorcycle entirely. So I was super sad, honestly, like working on them every day. Yes, and
Yeah.
I was riding them, but I mean, like not having my own, I felt like I was missing out.
Hmm. Yeah.
And so once that bike came along, everyone was like, "This bike is perfect for you. You should
Yeah.
get this bike." And I was
Yeah.
just like, "No, no, I'm not gonna get it." And then, long story short, as soon as someone else started to look at it, I said, "Yeah, that's mine. That was mine."
Yeah, yeah. That's what's up. That's what's up.
So
Let's see
that was the
here.
first day I was taking it home.
What are you working on right here?
So this was actually a 19, I want to say 93. This was a Softail custom.
Hmm.
So, long story short, one of the ladies that she was a customer whenever I worked retail.
Okay, okay.
She hit me up and she was just like, "Hey, one of my neighbors, they have this bike and it's too old for any dealership that to touch it, and they were wondering if you could just get it street legal." And, so I literally get the bike in a friend's storage unit, and
Wow.
I'm like hauling tools, like a ton of different tools in my little Mini Cooper. And I'm literally reviving this bike that sat for like however long. And
Uh-huh.
it was just amazing to bring that bike back to life.
So a lot of dealerships won't work on motorcycles beyond a certain age. So
Yes,
when you went to your training, I don't really imagine that they gave you much training on older motorcycles. Is that correct?
correct.
Okay.
It
So
is an option that you can take, but I didn't take that option at the time
okay.
to
So
work on older bikes.
so talk to me about the process. You're restoring this motorcycle, and so how are you basing your knowledge or your approach on fixing it?
Um, Honestly, it was just basing it off of like what I had learned on, the newer bikes.
Hmm. Hmm.
Just, understanding what went where and how much I should put here and there. I
Hmm.
found an old what do you call it? Service manual,
Hmm.
which was amazing. I have the book somewhere in here because I
Yeah,
kept it because I was like, yeah, I need this. This is mine.
absolutely, absolutely.
But I mean, just figuring out, it was pretty simple. A lot of the stuff was pretty much the same, so it
Yeah.
wasn't that difficult. Um, just the building. I think the hard part was, uh, I guess, the start.
Okay.
Where to start.
Where
That
to
was the
start?
hard part.
Yeah, yeah. So I take it you
Uh,
got it going and everything was good.
oh yeah, I test rode it and everything.
Nice.
It was crazy because whenever it was first dropped off, I could see that it was leaking fork fluid from one of the forks.
Hmm.
I was like, okay, so I had quoted, to fix just one of the fork fluid, rebuild one of the forks. And then, like, after a few days, I come back and I just see one little drop on the lift. And I'm like, what is that?
Yeah.
And I'm having to rebuild both forks now. And I
Oh,
was just like, wow.
yeah.
And I'm like toting, I wish I would have took a picture, but I'm toting like forks in the back of my Mini Cooper with a wheel and like a carburetor and everything in the back of my car, just toting it back and forth, just fixing one thing and then just putting it back on this bike and doing it was insane.
Wow. 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 I like the fact that you are willing to tackle things, even though it might be outside of your comfort zone.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, the best way is to, that's kind of the best way to learn is to have a little pressure on you. That's how I
Mm,
feel, at
mm,
least.
mm. We got your homegirl, my homegirl, everybody's homegirl, the CEO of Moto Mob in the building. She says, "Hey, girl,
Hey,
Black Excellence." Let's make some noise for Shakila Bussy. What's going on, my good sister? Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Have you
hey.
had a chance to meet that young lady yet, Shakila, the mindless bully?
Absolutely.
Okay, okay, okay. Good deal. Good deal.
Yes.
Yeah, good people. Good people.
Yes,
Good people. Yeah,
absolutely.
yeah.
It was a blessing to meet her. Oh my
Mm-hmm.
gosh. And just seeing her, how she rides, and
Yeah.
she even did it like what the most recent on that little bitty
On
bike.
that
What was
little bitty
that?
thing. Yeah.
A Honda Rebel.
A Honda. I think it was a Honda Rebel.
I was like, oh my
Yeah.
gosh,
Yeah.
you're
Yeah.
insane. And I love it. I was like, I want to be like her. I want to be like her when I grow up.
That's what's up, man. Well, what you got to do, I'm gonna give you the starter kit. You got to get a booster, you got to get some flip flops, and a whole bunch of friends. Yeah, she cracked me up because every time she hit the road, you gonna find them feet up on somebody's coffee table with some flip flops on, and so we joke about that though. Shout out to Shakila Bussy.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Exactly.
yeah. Let's talk real quick. I'll hold you all night until you say, "Hey, Retro, I got to go." But let's talk a little bit about riding. I know you said you did your first big major ride not too long ago. If time and money wasn't a problem, where would your next ride be, and why?
Oh, so I definitely want to ride all the way up to Niagara Falls.
Okay.
I am a huge water person, and I mean, like, it would be amazing to be able to travel that distance just to go and see that. Or even somewhere in Northern California, Washington, and Oregon, because
Mm-hmm.
I love the redwood trees.
Yeah.
And I know that you can ride literally up under or through a
Mm-hmm.
tree.
Yeah.
And that would be the most insane thing ever. And I would love that.
Cool. 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 Winter versus summer. Which weather riding condition would you prefer?
Summer.
Summer. Okay. What's the most difficult
Yes,
thing about? Go ahead.
I prefer the heat over anything. I
Okay.
don't like riding with all that heated gear and everything on. It's too bulky.
Yeah.
I hate riding with gloves, honestly. If I can't feel the throttle really, I don't like it.
Yeah. 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 I saw a clip. Shout out to Piper. She was doing a video. It was an old video that she had reposted, and she was riding during the winter, and she was doing a challenge ride. She had on, I
Hmm.
think it was like 5 layers of pants and about maybe 4 layers on the top. And I was like, there's no way I could, oh my goodness. I don't
That's
mind
so
riding in the winter.
impressive.
Yeah, yeah. She's a beast out there on
Hmm.
that motorcycle. Yeah, yeah. She's a beast.
Hmm.
But
I just love women doing stuff.
I do too. I ain't gonna lie to you, man. Y'all are out there doing y'all thing on these motorcycles, man. I mean, and y'all out here riding big bikes, pretty bikes, and long distance, short distance. Y'all doing what y'all want to do. Shout out to the ladies. Yeah, yeah. What's the most difficult thing about riding?
Um, I guess it would be just that mental preparedness.
Okay.
Not to psych yourself out, but also not to get super cocky before
Mm-hmm.
a ride or during a ride. The I guess the most difficult thing is to be calm.
To be calm. To be calm.
to be
Nice.
calm and, not try to ride anyone else's ride, but just making sure your safety is number one and you're comfortable.
That's good advice. That's good advice. Speaking of advice, has there been any advice that you have received that has literally changed your life or literally altered the way you live your life?
Um, there's been a lot,
Okay.
but the one that first comes to mind is to stand up for myself
Mm-hmm.
and also to do whatever I want to do. Don't let everyone else or anyone else what they say control me. And if I want to do something, then just do it.
Mm,
Like, don't wait on anyone else's approval or seeing what everybody else thinks. Just do what feels best for you.
nice. Nice. I can definitely see that. I can definitely see that. I really could. What is if someone was to quote Paris? What would it be?
Mm, I don't know how to say that because I guess because what I kind of do,
Uh huh.
I just kind of go where the wind takes me.
Okay. Okay. All right. All right. All right. Your uncle says, "What was your scariest moment on your bike?"
uh, well, my on my first bike, scariest moment. I was in Florida at the time. I got my bike shipped to Florida,
Okay.
and I was trying to beat the downpour.
Oh.
And I had just got out of class, and I was working on my bike in class because
Mm-hmm.
my teacher was cool that way.
Yeah.
And I just like changed my brakes and everything, and new brakes, trying to slam on them because I was going way faster than I should have been. And I tried to stop at a light, and I locked up the rear end, and the whole rear end just went
Yeah.
like fishtailed.
Wow.
And I thought I was gonna lose it,
Yeah.
but once again, stayed calm, let off the brake, just run the light.
Well, yeah. Glad you
I
made it
don't
safe.
advise people to just
Right.
run
Right. Right.
lights,
Right. Right.
but at the same time, I could not stop because I was going too fast and it literally just turned red.
Mm, yeah. Yeah. So what did you
So,
learn? What did
I
you learn from
mean,
that? What did you
eat
what
it
you
in the middle.
what did you take away from that?
Well, don't go super fast and try
Okay.
to brake on new brakes
Okay.
because they're
Okay.
not going to
Okay.
work yet.
It's not gonna work yet, huh?
Uh,
Yeah.
yeah. And then another time was on my ST. I was kind of being a jackass, let's just be honest. And a person in their car kind of ticked me off. And so when they finally moved out of my way, I like grabbed a whole bunch of throttle and almost lost it. And I popped the clutch way too, like I just like released the clutch.
Yeah.
And I
Yeah.
had all the throttle and it just like whew, that was a little
Yeah.
scary.
Yeah. Yeah. We live and we learn. We live and we learn. Paris, it's been fun. I enjoyed chatting with you, getting to know you, and thank you for taking the invite to come on the show and talk to us about who you are and what you do. And we just
Thank
really
you for having
appreciate you.
me.
Oh, absolutely, absolutely. We look forward to having you on again, and maybe we can put together a little segment or something. So we'll talk off air and see what we can do about that. Because again, you ladies, man, I'm telling you, I sit back and I watch. You guys are doing your thing, man. You're doing your thing. Yeah. So, with that said and done, do you have any final remarks? Any advice you'd like to leave with anybody watching or anything like that?
Um, Honestly, I hope if you really want to learn how to ride motorcycles,
Mm-hmm.
or not even ride, but even work on them or do whatever, just follow your passion. If that's what you want to do it. Even if it's not, it has nothing to do with motorcycles. Just do whatever makes you happy.
Mm-hmm.
Don't live life thinking what if, or I should have, or I could have, or anything else like that.
Nice, nice. I'm gonna ask you
Just do
one
it
last,
like Nike.
like Nike, just do it. No, 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 no. Like Paris, just do it.
Just
Like
do
Paris,
it.
just do it. So one last question for you, because it just kind of came to mind while you were saying that. You have the power to change the world for the better. What is it that you would do to do that?
To change the world,
Uh huh.
I mean, like, there's so much happening right now in the world.
Yeah.
But what could I do would be, like I said, invest in the children right
Okay.
now. They are the future. Honestly, if I could, I would, you know, use my, or I don't know how to say that, but I would just inspire people to, like I said, just live out their dreams.
Mm-hmm. There we go. There we go. Ladies and gentlemen, saints and ain'ts, everybody, including Lottie Dottie, you heard it from the one and only Paris McGoing in the building. Go for the gusto. Go for what you know. We want to thank everybody for joining in. We got a chance to meet Pops. He's in the comment section. Hustle, what's going on? We see your Kingdom Knights in the building, making it do what it do. I saw Moose a little earlier. My beautiful wife, she's watching. She says, well said, just do it. And I see Peanut out there. What's going on,
Thank
bro?
you.
Yeah. So, Paris, one more time, if they're out and about riding and they're up through the Missouri area, once again, where can they come and say hello, get a T-shirt autographed by you, or get a rare tire signed by you? Where can they come and find you?
Oh, you can come to St. Charles Harley Davidson, that is in Missouri. Please come and see me, hang out. We can go and eat popcorn or whatever we can do.
Yeah.
Ah,
Yeah. So once again, Paris, thank you so much, and don't hang up. I'm gonna wrap this up, and then so just hang out in the green room, okay?
okay.
All right, let's make some noise for Paris, ladies and gentlemen. I definitely enjoyed sitting down talking with this young lady. She is doing big things up there in the Missouri area. So I need every one of you guys. Thank you, Mr. and Mrs. Bell, for those kind words, and everyone else. Thank you for your questions and your comments, and just hanging out with us on tonight. We did get started a little bit late, but that was on my end. I had a little difficulty here in the studio. But I want you guys, every time you get ready to go bring your motorcycle in to get service, I want you to remember Paris, okay? And just send some good thoughts her way. Send up a few prayers for her. This young lady, and you mark my words, she's going places. This is a name that you will hear. So make sure you remember that. She will get her dreams fulfilled. She will customize motorcycles. She will get opportunity. She'll get all of that stuff and even more. I love it because the Bible lets us know the God that we serve, he's able to do exceeding abundantly and above all that we're able to ask or even think. And so we thoroughly enjoyed chit-chatting with her on tonight. Make sure you guys go over to her Facebook page. I promise you will not regret it. She's got all kind of little videos on there, time lapse when she's working on motorcycles, and I'm telling you, man, I saw her break that thing down. I said, you know what, Parrish, that's right. I'm gonna break mine down. I'm gonna do it. So she inspired me. I got in there and we were able to get it done. So make sure you check out her page, man. And I don't know if she has a YouTube channel or not. But if she does, we're going to find out and let you guys know, okay? Ladies and gentlemen, saints and ain'ts, everybody, including Lottie Dottie, once again, we want to say thank you for joining us on tonight, and we hope that you have yourself a great day on, well, great night. It's almost over anyway. But have a good night, okay? It's your boy Retro, man. God bless you.
say, man, you know what it is, man. Special guest in the building. Much love and respect to my man Retro stopping through, y'all. Y'all know what to do.
Big Cell. You still keeping it 100.
Hey now, this is the Mileage Bully, the Moto Mob CEO, home of the Moto Mob where legends are made. You are now tuned in to the Retro Philosophy Show. Like, share, and subscribe. You know what to do. Press play.